fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Gone!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Hurry up, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On 2nd down, Jackson is going to fire one deep. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction it starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
18.
Now Trubisky on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Red's up! Red's up!
On second down, here's Trubisky. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Lock in, lock in. Red, up. 18. Red, up. Red, up.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A Chicago first down, the former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Leonard Floyd with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Trying to improvise. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Buying time to his left. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go, run the ball. Lock in.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. That is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Trubisky now already over 100 yards passing in this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
This is Cohen. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go now.
To throw on 2nd down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Willie Henry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 69 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Gotta go.
Now Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Now it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Burton. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
You see it? Blue.
Here's Trubisky. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
All right, here we go. Green.
From the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Jackson now to throw on second down. And this is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Hot.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this one is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Come on, gotta go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Trubisky will throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Again, it's Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
You see it?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. He spins free. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he powers his way up past the 30. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018. They go play action with Trubisky. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They run. This is Cohen. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Forced out to his left, and that's incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky steps away to his left, and he's going to get this inside the 30. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Trubisky on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hands up. Right. Hands up. Hands up. Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Hands up. Hey, 18.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go now. 3-19.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This is Cohen on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Gotta go.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Lock it.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Ravens taking the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say They need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson buying time to his left. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone! All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Jackson operating from the gun. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over them. It's caught inside the 25. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Set. 3-19.
They get it to him running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go.
Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off the toss, Cohen. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. The Bears on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is third down and 12. Here's Trubisky to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads and start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bafima Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Jackson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
On third down, Jackson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman. Able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 30 yards there. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And an alley to run. He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 60 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Nifty move. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Gun! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Jackson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 3
Now Jackson on second down. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 16 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Throwing here, Trubisky. Out to his left. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Lock in, lock in. Red, up.
Now it's Trubisky. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Hey. 4 down. 18. Red, up. Red, up.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trubisky to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.